Hey, what's up guys? Sam here, Contagious Collection. Back with another video. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the game room. Back with another one, guys. I'm gonna do something different. Um, I'm pretty sure that this topic has been touched before, and I'm pretty sure other YouTubers, collectors, or gamers themselves might have done this video. But I was thinking about it, and it's basically gonna be a challenge video, and it's open to anybody and everybody, whoever is willing to do this challenge. Why not? I'm basically passing this on to anyone who wants to do this challenge, and I think it'll be fun. Getting the video game community involved and all the gamers and collectors. So this is again open to anyone. If you guys want to, go ahead. So basically, the challenge of this video is, what is your favorite or one of your favorites? Because I have many myself, but I had to pick this one because this game, besides holding a ton of nostalgia, I grew up playing this, and then after going into the different games and different series and whatnot, um, I had to pick this because I just love this. As far as like the development company goes, the publishers, whatever you call them, it is a Capcom game, and I'm a huge Capcom fan. For those of you who know that watch my videos and follow my channel, you guys will know that I'm a really big Capcom fan, and I love their games. So basically, again, the challenge of this video is to show whatever games you have, maybe talk about it, and you know, what is your favorite franchise as far as like it goes to video games? And mine has to be Resident Evil. I had to pick Resident Evil because I think, in my opinion, and a lot would agree, is one of the best, if not the best, as far as like survival genre goes, especially the older games, like where it started off. And I'm just gonna show a few of the games that I have in my collection, and some of the items and whatnot. So without further ado, guys, I'm just gonna jump right in and show you guys the games and talk a little bit about it. First game that I'm going to show is the long box Resident Evil, which I remember picking this up from the flea market uh, probably about, I'd say, more than a year or two ago, probably even more than that. And this was basically in a bundle that I got with a bunch of games. And the lady that was selling this was uh, used to have a video game store, and she went out of business or something like that. And she came to the swap meet flea market and was just selling a bunch of games. I even ended up getting like a bunch of sealed games as well. So it was like a big bundle deal, like probably 20, 30 games I got for $50, and this was included. So, I mean, steal of a deal, no brainer, obviously. And this being the long box variant, had to pick it up. And yeah, I remember playing this. I think it was for the first time. And there goes the manual. So I'm just showing you guys. There's the game and a manual. It still has like the everything inside. It's pretty much black and white. But I remember playing this where it was in Target, actually, where I lived. And at the time, I would play organized basketball, where it was like, you would get picked, and you paid, and my parents would take me at the time. And after like practice and whatnot, we would go to Target. So they had the PlayStation kiosk, and we would constantly go and play this. It was so much fun. And eventually I ended up getting a PlayStation, and I had like all the earlier staged games. But of course I didn't have the long box, so now I have it as an adult, which is amazing. And super fun game. I mean, I love it. Of course they did like enhance it, and a lot of remakes were made, and up till now there's probably stuff I don't even know about. But yeah, this is probably my favorite as far as it goes in the whole series. I don't know, just something about it. Resident Evil 2, where you get to play as two different stories, two different characters as Leon Kennedy, and you get to play as Claire Redfield as well, which is really cool. So there's disc one, and the manual's in there. I thought I would have probably upgraded those discs, but that one's kind of scratched, just to get an idea. Yeah, and there is the Claire. I don't know. It's just really fun. I love the camera angles and everything about it. The whole story, and it's just a super fun game. The weapons you pick, the puzzles you have to do. Um, yeah. So I don't want to make this video too long, guys. Just again, just to show you guys what I have and what I like as far as these games go. Next one is going to be Resident Evil 3 for the PlayStation. This was really fun too, where you play as the Nemesis, and actually you play against the Nemesis. I said as the Nemesis, but you play, I believe, as far as I remember, as Jill Valentine, and this one was really good too. I actually had a really fun time uh, playing Resident Evil 3 as well. And before I got into that, I was supposed to show this. I also got this. I remember picking this up with the Ocarina of Time link. It was an N64 action figure. I have it somewhere there in the Nintendo area. This goes in the PlayStation area on the wall over there on the shelf, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, just to say that I picked this up from the flea market with the Link action figure, and I ended up paying $20 for both, and they're both still sealed, and I'm gonna keep them that way. And that is the Resident Evil 2, um, Claire Redfield, and the Zombie Cop, which is freaking awesome. I've shown this before probably a few times, but I think this is awesome, and I love collecting, action figures, video game related, stuff like that. I think it's really cool. So I showed 1, 2, and 3. And I remember playing these as a kid, and playing them, especially like in the dark with the lights off. Uh, like when I was younger. I mean, till this day, if you do that, as far as like even if that goes, uh, you pretty much know. But when you're playing it for the first time, it gets you, man. Those zombies just like sometimes like popping out of nowhere and all. Um, Also, I'm not sure if I'm going in the exact order, but since I'm going with the PS1 thing, I have two of these, which is Resident Evil Code Veronica X, um, and there's two different variants. Which this one is the Resident Evil 5th Anniversary Edition, so it comes with a Devil May Cry bonus demo included, which is really cool, and this is in excellent condition. There's the Devil May Cry and that. So that's the reason why I have two copies, and I love collecting variants like that. I mean, I just think it's cool just to have, that part of gaming history. Why not? And I have the whole series as far as like for the GameCube games go. Resident Evil Zero, another great one where you're basically on the train and you play as Rebecca and Billy, and a lot of times Billy isn't brought up when it comes to the Resident Evil, um, you know, chatting. I think he's such a badass character. One of my favorite characters as well, as far as even like Chris Redfield goes, or Leon Kennedy. Uh, Billy is a really cool character. Yeah. So this one's a really good one too. I'm sure there are remakes for like the newer generation consoles. So as far as this went, this was actually exclusive uh, at the time on the GameCube, and yeah, still play it till this day whenever I get a chance. I love playing them and beating them again. And this is the Resident Evil remake, which is definitely a must play. Again, there will be a lot on the newer gen consoles, and uh, in my opinion, I think that was way better. Obviously, they enhanced the graphics, better graphics. They put like extra things in there, which is really cool. Also got Resident Evil 2 for the GameCube. Again, one of my favorites. Probably my favorite as far as like the whole franchise goes. Resident Evil 3 again for the GameCube. Um, Resident Evil 4, a lot of people's favorites, and again, really fun. I love the whole camera view where it changed, and you have the laser beam for for the aiming, and again, the graphics of course went better. And one thing that I really loved about this, besides the story where you play again as Leon Kennedy, and the president's daughter is kidnapped by like an evil cult, and you have to go and you know save the president's daughter. But while you're going through that, you're just going through like all these, the village where you're in. Everything's like all gone bad, and it's just awesome. Plus, I also love the weapon upgrading system where you could upgrade your weapons. I wish all the Resident Evils actually had that. That would have been really cool. And I also got Resident Evil Code Veronica X for the GameCube, which this, for whatever reason, is very sought after on the GameCube, and it is quite pricey. I remember picking this up off of Craigslist for like 20 bucks, even though the manual's missing. I don't care. Glad to have it. Yeah, I enjoy every single one because the characters changed, the storyline changes. But as far as like if I have to pick my favorite, it has to be probably Resident Evil 2. I don't know, just something about it. I love that game. Uh, Again, Resident Evil 4 for the Wii edition. I remember playing this with the classic Pro controller, and that is probably one of my favorite controllers. Definitely one of my favorite controllers. It's just something about it on that controller that, to me, it's like uh, an um, enhanced, advanced version of like a Super Nintendo controller, I think. And I've played it on the Wii as well. Beat it. Really fun. There's also Resident Evil: The Umbrella Chronicles, which is pretty cool, where you could play with that the zapper thing. And let me guys tell you, it's really fun. And with the Wii motion controls, which is something I'm not fond of, it just plays really well when it comes to uh, this game because it's basically like a first-person shooter, and it gives that realness to it, where like you're actually in the game and like fighting off these zombies, which is really cool. Resident Evil 5, really enjoyed this as well. Super fun, where you play as Chris Redfield, and I believe the girl's name was Sheva. I forgot her last name. But you're basically, I believe it takes place in Africa, if I'm not mistaken, and I think so. So again, you're fighting off these zombies, like big boss battles, and super fun, like the weapons and everything. It's really, really good. Really enjoyed it, that one as well. Also, oh, there's like a challenge part where like you play like wave of zombies. There's like a timer on Resident Evil 5. This one's next to, so I could talk about it still. This is the steelbook version. I'm not sure if it came with a slip cover. I'm sure it did, but I ended up picking this up from the flea market for like a really good deal with a bunch of other games, and that's the back part. It's really cool. Comes with a bonus disc manual, so I think that's really awesome. So yeah, there's like a horde part where you could play with even like different characters in the game, which is I think a really neat idea that they put into it. Resident Evil 6 Archives. I remember picking this up in from a video game area store in my area where they sell modern and retro games. Like it's a huge store. Um, so this is the Archives. It includes Resident Evil Code Veronica X HD, Resident Evil 4 HD, Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition, Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Degeneration Movie. So it was like I'd say like a special edition kind of. They packed it up with all those really cool things. And that's the front slip cover. And yeah, it's still in tic-tac condition. There's that. So yeah, it comes with a game disc. Um, what is that? Oh, disc 2 is a voiceover pack. And there is the movie Resident Evil Degeneration, so that's pretty cool. So I like picking up games like that where they have all those extra things, you know. I think it's really cool. And again, I enjoyed playing this a lot as well. A lot of people criticize it because it looked like more like a movie or whatnot. They were saying. I heard it from a lot of people, but at the end of the day, it's a Resident Evil game. I really don't care. It was. I had a blast playing it. So to me, that's what it matters. I only collect and play the games that I'm gonna enjoy. That's in my collection. So yeah. Next one is Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City, which is more of like a third-person shooter. They pretty much switched it up, but it's still fun. Again, I had a blast playing this. At the time, I remember there was like a online thing, which I don't have that no more. I don't even know if Xbox 360 still has live. I haven't played online for ever on the 360, so I really don't know. Tell you guys the truth, but there was like an online thing. I had a blast playing that too. Even though overall gameplay, the campaign was really fun. Next one I'm going to show, and the last one is Resident Evil Revelations. There's also a part 2 which I'm still looking out for, and I'm definitely going to grab because I'm really looking forward to playing the part 2. Again, a whole different take pretty much, but I had a really fun time playing this as well. It was scary. The graphics were great. You fight off these like huge monsters and all these like different creatures and like weird looking things. Um, so yeah, I mean, so that is it, guys. I don't want to make this video too long. Just wanted to show you guys the games that I have. That's, you know, my favorite franchise. One of my favorites. I have a lot more than that, obviously. But the reason why I chose Resident Evil was because unofficially I started collecting because of Resident Evil. I remember I was thinking to myself one day, man, I miss those old Resident Evil games. And I went to the video game store in my area and picked up a Gamecube. And I picked up Resident Evil 0 for the Gamecube. And I think it was Resident Evil, the remake, or was it Resident Evil 4? I'm not sure. So I had that, and I just missed playing those old survival horror Resident Evil games. So I was like, you know what? I went and got that, and then a few years later, here I am. You know, YouTube channel, 6 years plus strong, still collecting, and I am thankful for everything that I have found in my collection till this day. And it just keeps growing and growing. And again, I've met amazing people through YouTube, and they've become great friends. And so it's truly a blessing, guys. I really love this. You know, the collecting and talking about video games, and you know, being a part of the video game community. And I'm trying to push this out too. Again, it's open to anybody. Be more than free, more than welcome. Anyone. You know, I would love to see what your guys's, you know, favorite video game series is. Even if you don't want to make it, drop down comments below. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. Again, like I said, it's open. If you guys want to make a video, it's a challenge video. I just want to get the video game community involved, talk about video games. Like, again, want to see what you guys have as far as like for your favorite video game series. Really looking forward to seeing that. Hopefully, you know, this will spread out. And yeah, Sam, Contagious Collection. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thank you for taking time and watching my video. I really greatly appreciate it. You guys are all awesome. And yeah, guys, until next time, I'm out. Hope everybody has a fantastic day. Take care, guys.